comes back to a point when it starts again and we cannot pretend. By the by, there's a sunset in your eyes, but a solitude that you cannot disguise. And this will play out how it was always meant to be. And I am so sorry. And I will let go of the power it has over me, leading to destiny. Where did it go? I saw it slip out of your head. I can make a mountain out of grains of sand. It wilts away, getting weaker by the day. Can you hear the beat? It's not so far away. And this will play out how it was always meant to be. And I am so sorry. And I will let go of the power it has over me, leave it to destiny. Like two parts of the same star aligned, we drift apart. And in the cold light of day, I feel it slip away. And this will play out how it was always meant to be. And I am so sorry. And I will let go of the power it has over me, leave it to destiny. Leave it to destiny.
Yes, that was awesome. What a cracking start to the show.
Thank you.
And we finally made it. We're here. We're online.
Late but here.
We are, but I'm sure that you will find it was very well worth the wait this evening because we have the brilliant Haunt the Woods in the studio with
Hi,
us
guys.
tonight. Hi guys. You feeling all right?
Yes, good.
Good. A little warm. Yeah.
Very
It's a
hot,
bit
but yeah.
warm. Yeah, it is a little bit warm. So we are here for the evening with you, bringing Haunt the Woods to your ears, live from the Plymouth Herald. Thank you very much, Plymouth Herald.
Thank you for having
just
us.
gonna do a quick little introduction. So we have John here, tuning his guitar on
Hello
lead.
there.
We have Phoenix right here. We have Ollie at the back.
Hi.
And we have Alex over there in the corner. And please do send us your comments and questions throughout the show. I believe we've already got loads of people watching and a few people that would like to say hi and send their love and things.
Awesome.
Yes, we do. We're sharing a mic tonight. I'm afraid everyone says it's going to be a bit like this. Okay, we've got Lindsay says haunt in the woods. She says haunt the woods. Great, love listening to them. Tanya says brill. Trish says fab. Luke says love the sound of this band, really original, and the guitar is simply exquisite.
Hey,
There you go. Naomi says, I wish I was there. Hi, Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
Jackie says, good sound. And we've got loads of people. Val says, sounding great. There's loads. It's gonna
Loads
be-
of people logging on.
Thank you, people who are watching.
Yeah, so we're not going to hang around too long right now, are we? Because we are going to be back in, and we've got a lot to say, haven't we? But for now, do you want to just tell us a little bit about Beautiful Catastrophe, which is the next song you're going to do for us?
It's our oldest, I think.
It is our oldest song that we still play, yeah, definitely. First song me and Phoenix ever jammed together, ever. It's a song I wrote when I was a couple of years before we met, I think. And then he just totally rewrote it, basically, made it loads better. And it's got a hench guitar solo. Yeah, and it's about a mean person who was mean.
That was beautiful, but a complete catastrophe.
Yeah, yeah. No, she wasn't. She definitely. If you could say that external beauty is as far as beauty goes, then she definitely was beautiful. However, if you could say that the inside of a person defines how they appear on the exterior, then she was a witch.
There we go.
I think that's possibly the best and most detailed description of a song we've ever had.
Definitely, definitely.
So if you're listening
Fab.
now, then
Yeah.
This one's for you. There we go.
No
we'll leave you
obscenities,
guys to it, and we'll be back in a bit.
Cool.
Thank you.
cheers. Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh. Yeah, go for it. Beautiful catastrophe. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
This was my decision, and nothing lasts for good. I can't help how I'm feeling. I'd love you if I could. Since it's under our horizon, our show's come to an end. Everything happens for a reason. I will remember you as my best friend. And please don't tell me you love me, 'cause you never know what it means. Oh, I see everything still from nothing at all, that's how it seems. And please don't tell me you love me, 'cause I don't love feel the same, same, same. Everything's broken and I'm not the one who's to blame. You were perfection to my eyes, and I thought you were the one. I was blind to all your lies, but then everything became undone. And please don't tell me you love me, 'cause you never know what it means. Oh, I see everything still from nothing at all, that's how it's said. And please don't tell me you love me, 'cause I don't love you the same. did I fail to see the only thing that this could be? A beautiful catastrophe from which I needed setting free.
Awesome. We always have to wait, guys, so, you know, so we don't come in too
We
early.
nearly did come in halfway through there. We were like, is that guitar we're hearing?
Fitting.
Yeah.
Got that for a secondo. Cheers, mate.
Okay, so guys, we're going to take a few more comments and things in a minute. But first of all, we'd like to ask you a few questions about your background, if we can. So how did you all meet?
So we met first, it was me and John, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went to a youth club that your stepdad, called Live Wire in Saltash, that your
Oh, yeah.
stepdad
Oh, yeah,
taught
yeah.
at, didn't I? And we didn't meet each other for
Your
years,
dad
and then I
Andy-
met you.
was it Dad Andy?
No, he's Will Rogers.
Ah.
Yeah. And he taught me a bit when I was younger. And we had a jam like years after, didn't we?
Yeah,
Um,
only about 4 or 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago, yeah. And then we just,
You wouldn't
played
leave me alone
music.
after that.
Huh?
Wouldn't leave me alone.
yeah, I wouldn't leave him alone, basically.
Gonna
Yeah.
shake him off.
That
Yeah.
pretty much is the truth.
Then it was Ollie next. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Ollie next, yeah.
Met him through parents and stuff. Just all local friends and family, I guess.
Yeah, and
Sort of
then
thing.
Alex came along, and Ollie left for a bit.
That almost sounds like you gave birth to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Alex
Our first child.
Then we
Second
had
child.
one, yeah.
After
he-
adopting Phoenix. Not really.
Alex is definitely the parent, if any one
Oh,
of
yeah.
us
Is
is.
it? He's the sensible one, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
You keep him in order, Alex. Cool. Okay, so when did you start writing then?
I mean, I started writing music when I was about 11. Not very good. You couldn't really call it music though. So
That's all right.
around that age, I was kind of Will was teaching me at Live Wire a little bit. So
Expressing yourself.
yeah, I was a very I was a very strange 11-year-old child with far too much energy. And then, yeah, I started writing songs to help me out a bit, and it was good. So I carried on. We as a band, we've had lots of different ways of working, really, haven't we? Like we've had like a period where I was just writing, and I needed to relinquish a bit of control over the songs that I was writing and let everyone get a bit more involved.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago. We've done that and like basically just give Phoenix songs now as well, and these guys just do what they want as well. Like I'll write something, and we've just got in the set almost the first song that Phoenix wrote, like all of.
Nearly. Yeah.
Nearly. Hopefully we'll play it at B-Bar. If not, we'll be playing it very soon, won't we?
Oh, cool.
I wrote the lyrics and you
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
the...
We'll
When you're at the B-Bar,
Absolutely,
we'll
we'll-
do some plug-in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, we will
Sweet,
indeed,
sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so what about your influences then? Who do you like? Who you're listening to?
It's all so different, I guess.
yeah, let's
isn't
have a contribution from all of you.
Yeah.
Who do you all like?
I used to really love like metal and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
but Probably favourite band would be Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Past several years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came along, got you on the folk vibe. Well, actually, no.
I tried.
Tried. It kind of like
Yeah.
came a bit more centre heavy, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we've all changed each other's tastes.
We have a lot, man. Ollie, you lot... I don't even know who the people you like listen to are, man. Like, I know, but they're weird. Like, tell me some.
Lots of like Middle Eastern music, like percussionists,
Yeah.
like Mazilia Vet and stuff.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, and you
okay.
love your, like, electronica.
Yeah.
And you have a little, we'll talk about that later, a little side project,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Oh, cool. Okay,
Um,
yeah,
We'll
yeah, we
plug
can
that
do all
one
that.
as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about
What
Alex?
about Alex?
I think collectively we all quite like Alabama Shakes and
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
kind of people like that. So yeah.
Dry the River when they were
yeah,
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we do have kind of mutual loves
Yeah.
as well as kind of our own things going on. So.
I think Dry the River was a big one. We all loved Dry the River before we started this band together. And then we had the amazing fortune of playing with them on their final tour before
Oh,
they split up.
amazing. Oh my
So
God.
we've supported them at 2 shows, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
And they were, it was great. It was like a
Brilliant.
little milestone, a little dream for us ticked off the list, I think.
Yeah.
But we all love them, and Floyd and Marley and all of the proper good ones. You know.
The proper good ones.
Such a good one.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to ask you.
We've got to our favourite question of the night already.
So what we want from all of you now, your live in session musical confession. So something you're listening to, something you like that's a little bit embarrassing that you don't want anyone to know, and we'll keep it a secret. Honestly, no one's ever going to know. You can
I took the
confess.
time to go see Busted at Glastonbury.
I've seen Busted
Instead
live.
of coming to see Jeremy Corbyn
You know,
with me.
it's childhoodness of grown-upness, isn't it? I love the childhood.
Yeah, fair enough. Busted.
Nostalgia.
Busted up
Amazing.
pretty rocking, to be fair.
Yeah, well, who's the if we told?
Oops, I just
Is that like when they were actually busted, or weren't they muck busted?
No,
for a while
they're
or something?
busted now. They're back to being busted.
Oh, were they? What happened to muck busted?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
McFly and Busted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, is it-
super group.
Oh,
Don't
right.
pretend you don't
They
know.
were-
He does know.
But they're just busted now, are they? Jonathan,
Yeah.
what about you? What's your guilty pleasure, music-wise?
It's not straight outside
Um,
of that, okay?
Let's not talk about the shows. No, I think I like an artist called Aurora at the moment, who sings about butterflies and fairies and things.
Oh.
That sounds cool.
But I think if you heard it, you wouldn't think it was that cool. But yeah, I like that at the moment.
Okay.
That's quite nice.
Okay, that's good. That's different. That's
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. Alex?
All right, Alex.
Oh well. Trying to have a think. There's actually a night that goes on in Totnes called Guilty Pleasures,
Is it?
and that's
Oh.
actually one of my favourite club nights.
Oh.
to
And
go
what
to.
kind of music do they play there?
They do all sorts. So the recent one I think they did was 90s night. And
we
they
need to
also
get
did
ourselves there, Joe.
yeah, they also did a Mean Girls night, and that
Oh,
was
right.
actually awesome.
That was
It
one of your
really, really
favourites.
good.
Oh.
Yeah. They do
Amazing.
really good jobs. They like dress the whole place up, and yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh, that's
Now,
right
Ollie,
up our
just
street.
because
Come on,
you
Ollie.
haven't got a mic turned,
Yeah,
I don't think
you've
you
got to
get
shout it
there.
out really
Shout
loud.
it into
Really
the
loud.
mic.
I'm a massive Coldplay fangirl.
I like
It's not a
Coldplay
guilty
as well.
pleasure.
They're cool, man.
Yeah,
They're a good band. Go on,
They
pick
are
a
a
proper
good
one.
Oh. Okay.
Wow, shall we take some comments here?
We should.
So, Teresa says she thinks they're brilliant. Laura Crompton says awesome.
Nice.
David fabulous. Nicola says wow, the singer reminds me of Jeff Buckley, and that's exactly what I just said to
Yeah.
Joe
Oh,
in
no
the
way,
corridor.
thanks.
She'll be
Is
happy
he
with
one of your big influences vocal wise?
He is these days, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I first started, I only heard of him about 3 years ago.
Oh right.
And the Grace album is like
Yeah,
maybe one of
it's
the best
amazing,
albums
isn't
that's
it?
ever
Yeah.
been made. Anyway,
It really is.
it's up there with like Survival by Bob Marley and Dark Side of the Moon and
It's
Echoes and stuff.
beautiful.
Like, it's really good. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for that, by the way. Whoever said that, that's really nice.
That was Nicola Newman. Anna says you remind me a bit of The Darkness.
We nearly
Do
supported
you
them
get- do
actually.
you get that bit? Tilly Whittle is enjoying this, and Simon Adicott says, "I love you guys."
Oh, I get it.
Aw.
Simon.
Good on Simon.
Okay,
What a
so
legend.
we're gonna let you do your next song
Yeah.
now, and then we're gonna come in and talk to you a bit
Talk to
more.
you some
All
more.
right.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. This is a tune called Twisted, is it? We're playing Twisted?
Yep. guess
Yeah,
so.
that's what we're doing.
This is my body, and these are my bones. I have no choice, 'cause this is my home. Why
like every truth and every lie. All that lives must surely die. Old houses haunted, demons in this skin, wretched and twisted. Where do I begin? I'm unenlightened for all limitless flaws. Lock yourself in and close all the doors. Hold me under, hold me down. Everything must come back round. So hold me under, hold me Am I careless and young? A fragile mind will turn love wrong. Was it something I said? Or is tragedy just going to my head?
That was so awesome. That was literally, we were holding our breaths out in the corridor there. That was just incredible. Should we just take some comments before we go to the questions? Because that was awesome.
We've got a couple of good. So we got Sheila says brilliant. Daniel says sounds great. Mark says, sounds like old school Radiohead, which is
Good old,
awesome.
Thanks.
Anna says, loving this tune, got me captivated. Wow. She's absolutely loving it. And then our friend Paul, hello Paul.
He wants to share his confession.
He says, I love Belinda Carlisle nearly as much as I love Sarah. That's his lady friend.
I thought he meant that he loves it nearly. He loves Belinda Carlisle nearly as much as Sarah loves Belinda Carlisle.
Oh dear. Have I misread that and caused a huge problem? But he wants to know, is that a guilty pleasure? Well, either way, yes it is, I'm afraid.
Stu says it definitely qualifies, Paul.
And Nick Drew says, yes, very old school Radiohead.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
have you
really
heard-
nice.
Have you heard that before?
I think to that track especially.
That track.
Yeah.
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 That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's really nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Really awesome. Really
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Oh, and Tom Queen says, go Phoenix.
Yay!
Thank you, Tom.
Go Queenie.
So we've talked a little bit about how you guys sort of contribute when you're songwriting and how you've changed sort of what you do every now and then. But what, like, do you have a process? Do you do the same thing every time, like, or when you're writing, John, do you do the same thing, or do you mix it up a bit?
Moment, you sort of come up with your lyrics and chords and come and record them. Normally with me, and then we practice them together. I don't really know.
I think the way
Do
it's
you lyrics
developed, I used to write and just go, this is a song, play it, and it wasn't really very fun. I mean, some of them were good, but I mean, generally, it wasn't the way to get the best out of like a group of four. Three really talented musicians and a nutter. But anyway, I generally, I think what happens is I write a track as in the lyrics and my guitar part and how I imagine the structure to be.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to Phoenix like almost immediately, and say, make this better, and he normally like tears it apart a bit and makes it a lot better.
Cool. It's really good that
and we
you
record
have
it
someone
and,
that you trust as
Oh
well.
yeah, man.
But I mean, but that's a hard thing to find, that if you work with someone musically, but also to trust them enough to completely.
I mean,
We definitely had a few "these are my babies" moments.
yeah, I have, of course. But when you're writing about your life, like, of course
It
you're
is
going
your
to.
baby, yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think I think I sing and everything, and I write songs. But Phoenix is this phenomenally talented musician. Like, he's a really good musician. Like, if I could play guitar like him and have the understanding of music in a way, then that would be great. But he's why not? Why wouldn't I just go, here's a song, do what the hell you want with it? Like,
That's brilliant.
and then Ollie is just Ollie never even played he never even played the kit. He was a hand drummer and a flute player and a woodwind and weird like Arabian wood instruments and things. And then he got on the kit and he's amazing. And Alex is an amazing bassist. He plays the keys, he can pick up anything, and he's the only one who has any idea what day it is at any given time.
That's
So-
good.
What
You've
day
got a
is it,
good
Alex?
team around you.
No, it's
No
Tuesday. The thing is that it's not a lie. It's very
That's
rare that
really
these
true.
guys know what they're doing.
Like, we don't have a clue. Bruce is pretty good as well, to be fair. Bruce in there, sound guy. Yeah, he's all right. Get on Bruce, mate.
Get on
Bruce is
Bruce.
a good name for a sound engineer.
We were
isn't it?
talking about how you don't see a lot of like younger Bruces
No, you
nowadays,
don't,
and
you
it's such a
don't.
cool
It's not-
name.
Do you know what his dad's
Isn't
called?
it?
Do you know what his dad is called?
What's
Honestly,
his dad called?
his name, I'm not even lying,
Is he
right?
looking at you?
Bruce's name is Bruce McDonald. His dad is called
Ronald?
Ronald McDonald.
Seriously?
He once got a
That is
whole
absolutely
massive
brilliant.
box.
Amazing.
And I bet he was
of
Ronald
free toys
McDonald
from
before McDonald's, maybe.
Yeah,
Actually,
maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
He
pretty
got a big
cool.
box of free McDonald's toys, though, didn't he? Just because he proved that his name was Ronald McDonald with his like photo ID or whatever.
That is really cool.
Amazing. I know. I wish I was called Ronald McDonald.
So I think we should just read out that question there.
This
Bruce is
one.
laughing.
All right. Well, it's not really a question for you guys, I'm afraid.
No.
Nick Drew says
Just caught
also
my eye.
loving the wallpaper. Whose bedroom are you in?
So just to point out,
Ollie's.
so we are in Belief Space Studio in Plymouth. We are live in session, home of original local music, and we're really passionate about original music. So if you are liking what you are watching tonight, get involved. We're here almost every Tuesday, aren't we? We do a little bit on, a little bit off, with lots of fabulous local musicians. And also, you can, if you are a fabulous local musician with your own original music and you want to get on the show, if you go to liveinsession.tv/apply, then you can. There we go.
There you go. Good.
There we
Well
go.
done.
So I've got some more regular questions for you before we go again.
Cool.
If you could have written one song, what would it be? So written by somebody else that you wish you'd written, what would it be?
For me, it'd be Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen because
Ah, yeah.
I love the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Good
I love the sarcasm. It's amazing.
Anyone
Go on,
else?
who else?
Anyone else got one?
It's a hard question.
You can have a couple. You don't,
With
not
Phoenix,
limited.
you've got to ask him what album would he want to have written. He thinks in albums.
What album?
Final Cut, Echoes, what, one of
John
those.
knows.
Oh, Echoes is probably up there with the favourite song.
Okay.
Echoes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we've had this
Yeah.
conversation before. That's what I knew. Yeah,
What about
Echoes.
you, Alex? Got one?
I don't know. I'm kind of a firm believer of that person was the right person.
They
to
own
put
it.
to-
Yeah,
to
fair.
make it, I think.
That is a
I
good
like
shout.
it.
Sit on the fence, Skipper.
Ollie?
Yeah.
Maybe Meanwhile in the Future from Cohen soundtrack.
What's that? Who by?
Cohen Sound?
I've never heard
Clip
that.
chop track.
You have to
It's
show
super
me.
Cool.
Good on.
Probably should, yeah.
And
Probably,
one last question before we disappear off. A piece of advice to a young budding songwriter just starting out.
Play as much as physically possible all the time.
Don't buy stocks in oil.
Inside joke.
Yeah, Ollie.
Bugging
Cool.
everybody possible at every given moment seems to work for Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Be relentless, don't stop.
Yeah, if you absolutely like music's something, in my opinion, that people don't do just because they want to, because they inherently need to. If that's why someone does music, then they've already got the right attitude anyway. Like, I think if you just play as much as possible
Yeah.
to two people, some old guy in a pub tells you to pay you £100 down the Barbican, and he pays you 30 quid, he mugs you off. You just got to kind of get on with it.
Because it's all about the passion.
No, it's all about
Yeah.
the passion. Yeah.
Good
Wicked.
advice.
Cool. Well, we're going to leave you with sleepwalking. Do you want to? Do you want to give us a little bit rundown of what sleepwalking's all about?
We're doing sleepwalking.
You are doing sleepwalking.
God, it was written a while ago.
Another old one.
It's like I can't really remember, to be honest. It was at a time in my life when I was a bit everything was a bit up in the air. That's about it, really.
Did you feel like you were sleepwalking?
No, I mean, yeah, kind of. Due to, when you're younger, you drink more and you smoke and stuff and all that kind of thing. So, and yeah, and more not so much about that. Also about, you just don't really know what you're doing at that
So
given
you're like
moment.
sleepwalking through life.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. Yeah, could have just said that.
Cool. I really like guessing at what people's songs are about.
Thanks for
And
explaining that for us.
Yeah.
sorry, I do this all the
Just ask you the
time.
question.
Fab.
That's cool.
That's brilliant. We'll be
Okay.
back in a bit. Thanks, guys.
Wicked,
Cheers.
wicked. Just gonna have a little tune quickly. Sorry, people who are watching. Right, let's play Sleepwalking. See, this is what I was on about. Got no idea what I'm doing. Sleepwalking. Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Talking in my sleep again. My head is spinning all the time. Taking things to make it better. They are just clouding up my mind. Oh, what is right and what
gosh,
Thanks.
your harmonies
Those
are
harmonies.
so beautiful. I
Yeah.
tell you what,
Just incredible. Really, really beautiful.
Glad you like them.
Yeah.
we love it. We love it. Okay, we're going to do a bit of promo now. We're going to talk about gigs and where we can buy your music and all that kind of thing.
Cool.
First of all, let's talk about gigs. When's your next gig?
Our next gig.
2 this weekend.
Yeah.
What are we doing this weekend?
Saturday's birthday.
Oh yeah, Wilkstock, which is up near some place up north, I think. Is it?
No, Stevenage.
Stevenage.
Okay.
Again.
It's more north than here.
That was
Oh,
where
nice.
Standard was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a good gig.
What day is that, Alex?
Saturday.
There you go,
Good man.
Saturday.
Daytime, evening?
I think we're playing about 4 o'clock.
Okay, lovely.
Cool. And then on Sunday we're at the B Bar, Plymouth.
Oh, brilliant.
Shout out to Foz, he's a legend.
Yeah.
We
We
kind
haven't
of
done it for a while, have we?
well, we were gonna go and all play for his birthday, and then we didn't. And then this is really close to his birthday, so it can be a bit about that.
Sort of.
It can be a
Happy
bit
birthday,
fun.
Foz. This is slightly for you.
Slightly for you.
And we also haven't been there for ages, and it was our place that we just got. Not that we've got far or where we want to be, but where we've got to right now, I think a lot of it was down to our residency at the B Bar and definitely locally.
Alex, are you still doing sound engineering there, or
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah. It just kind of as and when I can, really.
Yeah.
It's more of a. Yeah. Because we're all very busy.
Right, yeah. Cool. So how often are you guys gigging then at the moment? Most weekends you're playing?
Been
Not as
recording,
much.
actually.
Yeah, we
Not recording.
there was one point where we would do like kind of 2 or 3 gigs a week.
There's
But,
2 in a day sometimes.
Yeah, we kind of
Wow.
calmed down a bit.
Those were the
and
bad days.
did the gigs like that we really wanted to do, and
We've kind of calmed down with the gigging for a little bit, not forever. We did a gig in the Carnglace Caverns in
Yeah,
Cornwall, and we thought we'd sell like 20 tickets, and we sold 300, sold it out.
Wow,
And for us, that was a
amazing. Oh,
moment of
brilliant.
like, okay, this is a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we thought we'd take a bit of time away from gigging as much. I say that, but we've been gigging relentlessly at festivals this summer, so we haven't really done what we said we'd do.
It's always
Yeah,
like that
true.
in the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're recording off, I don't know actually, we're recording something.
Though? Yeah.
We don't know what yet.
We don't want to define it yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing that is, you could call musical, some people might not, but it's going to,
You call a musical?
no,
just
no.
generally
Call the
musical.
words of the musical?
might
Yeah,
wanna
Oliver
clarify
Twist.
that.
Ollie is playing Oliver Twist. I'm going to be Fagin.
Oh, I like this.
Who's
I like this.
Nancy?
Phoenix or
Yeah,
come on
I'd
to
go
be
Phoenix.
Nancy.
I like this already. I think we
I
should
think
pursue
I'd
this.
probably
Yeah,
be
chicken.
Nancy
We are.
No,
actually.
you're
I think
definitely Fagin.
Okay. Fair enough. Why am I? Fuck. Oh, almost swore at you, Ollie. I didn't. I said thumb. Thumbing.
Yeah.
We're keeping it
move
clean.
on.
We're keeping it clean.
Anyway,
Okay.
My forehead.
Okay. Now, okay. So, what have we got? Where can we hear your music? Where do we have to go? Other than gigs,
Spotify?
obviously.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah,
Spotify.
Yeah,
Spotify,
Spotify's
yeah.
good, and it's
Cool.
free, isn't it? To
Mm?
yeah, Spotify. Don't buy it. Actually, do buy it. We got a CD, haven't we?
You've got a CD.
You
Yeah,
have a CD.
we've
What's
got a
the
CD.
CD then?
Sorry if people haven't received them over the last week. By the way, we've been busy. I've sent them now.
Busy gigging.
A lady called Andrea who messaged me, and she was really nice about it. But I just want to say sorry, I haven't got a CD yet, but it will be with you very shortly. I have taken responsibility of posting CDs, and
Alex
it's not
went
going very
away
well.
for a week.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So
And it all
So
fell.
nothing
Fell
got
apart.
Basically, Alex stopped doing it. So.
Okay.
And
we're
his
getting
only
back on track
holiday.
though.
Anyway,
So
what were
when
we
you're
discussing?
ordering
I
a
can't remember.
CD, then just make sure that Alex isn't on holiday.
Yes.
Pretty much.
That's from Bandcamp. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify.
Yeah.
We kind of guess if people want to hear our music,
You're on
then they'll
SoundCloud as
find
well?
it somewhere.
Find
No,
you
not
on-
really on SoundCloud
Oh,
anymore.
It used to be.
Used to
You still
be.
are. You
I
maybe
thought
need to.
SoundCloud
Oh,
No, you're still on SoundCloud.
apparently we're not on SoundCloud.
Yeah, and YouTube.
Didn't know that. Yeah, YouTube,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, okay.
If people want to find us, they'll
website?
type it in and
No
it'll come up
website.
somewhere. It might take a few scrolls down to find it, but it'll come up.
No, I found loads of you earlier.
Oh,
You're-
okay.
You're everywhere. You're all over the internet.
Helen's done the research.
Yeah.
I've
But you
done
don't
nothing.
have a website, no?
No.
We're kind of
Um,
keeping it to Facebook.
Yeah.
so.
So if people
Yeah.
want to book you, how do they get in touch for booking?
There's an email on our
Email
Facebook.
on your Facebook. Brilliant.
No, what you have to do is you have to get a flight to Colombia, and there's this hill with a very, very small tunnel that you have to go through. No, actually.
He's going
forget
off on
what
one.
it
That's,
was. And there's a shaman. There's a shaman under the tunnel, and you ask him, "Can I book Haunt the Woods?" And he says, "No, sorry." And then that is the end of.
That's that.
It's a bit
You know,
disappointing.
so you
that
can't
really.
book us,
Yeah.
basically. Thank you. I wish someone would have saved
So either
me
that
from
or
that
just
story.
Facebook. Okay, good. All
Can I
right.
read some
Yeah,
comments?
read comments.
Gloria says lovely.
Thanks,
Troy
Gloria.
Coles says this is good.
Thanks.
Nick Drury's met Ronald McDonald, Bruce's dad.
No way.
Um,
He's a celebrity. that
Virginia
guy.
says, oh yes. Ben, good music. Nick, love this track. Peter, I'm so happy I tuned in tonight. Amazing. Mark,
Oh, we're happy
awesome
you are as well.
talent. Stu in the control room there is busy posting all your links and everything. So for anyone that does want
Cheers,
to
Stu.
find more out about the guys and buy their music and all of that stuff, that's all going up there in the comments now. So keep an eye out for that. And Nick says, stop gassing and get on with the music. On that
Thanks,
note,
Nick.
about right.
Was his second name Skinner?
We don't know.
That would have been good.
No,
No,
Drury.
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 And,
Oh,
and Lenny agrees.
that
Here,
Naomi's
so we're gonna
brother or
Right, we're gonna go. We're gonna
We've
go.
got 2 songs now.
Yeah, we've got Helter Skelter and Chase the Moon.
the last 2 songs.
Yeah.
Of
Last
the
2 songs,
evening.
okay.
Yeah, so enjoy. Thanks, guys.
Why does everything always dissipate? Am I too blue or is my love too late? Your eyes didn't match the things you said you felt. Was it 'cause you saw me as I see myself? Helter skelter, I tried to shelter from the storm in my heart. The words you said run through my head. Did you forget all that we were? Dreams of tomorrow, one cold with sorrow. Did you forget all that we were? You knew that I would always try to be the very best I could be. But now you're gone. Sharp with your words and light with your hands. How come your eyes never seem to match your plans? The trees will live longer than we could dream. So be careful what secrets you whisper to the stream. Helter skelter, I tried to shelter from the storm in my heart. The words you said, they run through my head. Did you forget all that we were? Dreams of tomorrow, run cold with sorrow. Did you forget all that we were? You knew that I would always try to be the very best I could be. But now you're gone. What you say?
play another tune. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Chase me.
Yes, thank you.
Which one?
Chase the Moon, I believe. Just gotta have a quick tune. Boom, bum, da, da, dun, da, da, da. This is about the fact we're all gonna die. It's been nice to play for everyone. Thanks for having us. And maybe we'll see you again. Maybe we'll see you at the B-Bar. If not, we'll be releasing some tunes soon, so keep an eye out. Get on. Go on, Alex. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I sit quiet and I just watch the people living their lives while they ignore their equals with no thought for the seconds they're losing for good. They'd sit and watch, oh, if they understood we're all just going to die someday. While I walk through the streets at night at 3 a.m. Light bouncing off the pavement is when I feel content. There's no one there to tell me what I cannot be. Oh, I'll chase the moon till the sunrise catches me. Oh, I empty space in my bed with all these thoughts are racing around in my head. There's no time for questions or asking me what we could be gone in the blink of an eye. We all just need to live for today. While I walk through the streets tonight at 3 a.m. Light bouncing off the pavement, that's when I feel content. There's no one there to tell me what I cannot be. Oh, I'll chase the moon till the sunrise catches me. While I walk through the streets tonight at 3 a.m. Light bouncing off the pavement, that's when I feel content. There's no one there to tell me what I cannot be. Oh, I'll chase the moon till the sunrise catches me. Oh, I'll chase the moon till the sunrise catches me. Thank you for having us. We're Haunt the Woods. We'll see you again.
That was just amazing. That was awesome.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
We are so grateful for having you guys on the show because that was just brilliant. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? And we've had a brilliant time chatting to you as well.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks all round. We've got a few more lovely comments to read out before we do our final goodbyes and stuff.
Okay, we've got Valerie says, sounds fab lads. Grizz Bear says, yeah, boys. Best band to come out of the Southwest in time, possibly a long time. Keep killing it. Grace says, wow, great guitar playing. Chris says, yay. Mark Honey says, goosebumps, amazing stuff. Nick Drew, we love Nick. Nick Drew says, need a bigger audience than 2 women in a bedroom. Although I think, well, no, that's not okay. We're gonna go. David Skinner says, Alex, your dinner is on the table from Mum.
Amazing.
Danielle says, seen these guys live, they're pretty good. Sean says, one of my favourite bands, so happy for you guys with all the attention on you now, all good stuff. You just get better and better.
Oh, that's nice.
Sue says, loving it as always. Nick wants to know, when are we going to get to see you in Peterborough or Cambridge?
Maybe early 2018. We don't know yet.
Okay.
2018, not this year, I don't think.
Awesome. So Val says brilliant. Anna says first time tuning into you guys. You're amazing. I should be following your up and coming tunes. Grace says wish you'd heard more.
If you wish you'd heard more and you tuned in late, you can actually watch the shows back on our YouTube channel, Live in Session /UK channel.
Kim says best thing about Foley Fest, is it? Foley Fest?
Yeah.
Foley Fest. Sam says amazing, just awesome.
So yeah,
The
everybody's
second
just.
name wasn't Mumford, was it? Because if so, then
Who's
that's
that?
a written off
Biased,
That's
yeah.
Sam. That's
No, it
oh,
wasn't.
it's
No.
alright, that's good. No, you never comment that we're good anyway.
But I
So
think
talking to you.
everyone online has just loved you as much as we
really nice.
have. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
Before we go, just want to say thank you to our crew as well, who've been working hard away behind the scenes, and also to Bruce
Yeah,
as
get
well,
on,
who
Bruce.
came with the guys.
But thank you more to his dad, Ronald McDonald.
Thank you to Ronald McDonald.
for existing.
Thank you to everyone for watching online and commenting and sending the guys all your really lovely comments and things. And also thanks to the Herald for hosting us as well. Next week we are back next Tuesday. I couldn't tell you what day it is. Alex probably knows what the date is, to be honest. But next Tuesday, 5th of September, I think, with Paul Armour and Jim McGregor. So
He's
8:30
awesome,
p.m.
Paul
Yeah,
Armour.
he is. Yeah, on the Herald. And Jim will have his haunted knitting machine next week, so I am told. So
Can we
just
come back next week?
so finally, just before we go, one massive final thank you to Haunt the Woods.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much.